let's make sure what's up? Good afternoon. It is First Friday, so y'all know what's going down. SheTv, we got a banger for you. But before we get into any of that, y'all know how I get down. We got to test and make sure we are live. Well, we said we are, because if we're not, then we lying and I don't be lying. I can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. So we're going to take a minute. We are live on Facebook. Got to show the young lady. And so go ahead and share that to my page, to all my good people. Y'all can check it out. So the next place we got to make sure we are streaming to is Roku, because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. And while that's loading up, we're going to take a look on Periscope. We are live on Roku. Show the young lady so she can see. Yeah, we are. So if you see me on grindcity.biz, my people, that means we are live on Roku, because they run kind of like together. Last place we're going to go ahead and check and make sure Periscope ain't on his shiznittle, because you know Periscope be doing me dirt. So we just going to see if we got in there today, and if we didn't, we'll do it another way. Yeah, he's acting on his dude. He usually takes a minute. So Periscope is like a shady dude. Anywho, we're live in the most important places. Shout out to everybody watching on my Roku channel, Grind City TV Network. If you have not added us yet, please do so, because it's that thing you want to watch. My name is the Button Pusher, aka K-Bay, aka the constant motherfucking grinder, and I'm gonna tell y'all today, it's so refreshing. It is absolutely refreshing when you run into a grinder that's like you. That is the best thing ever. When you get to sit down and interview someone that grinds like you. And it's a sister, man, y'all do not know what y'all are in for today. Y'all are in for a treat. Her name is LadiMiz. She is an author. She is a designer of clothes. She has a clothing line. She is an MC. She's a mother. She's a podcast. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, I found myself another grinder. And you know, when we find grinders, we like to showcase them. So this is SheTv. Y'all stay tuned. We will be right. Get back. Microphone checker. Grind City, baby.
This is SheTv.
To tell y'all, if you ain't tuned in, you should be tuned in, because the lady is on the show. LadiMiz, repping Jersey, my good people. Hey, sweetie pie, introduce yourself to the world.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl, LadiMiz, but I rep 845, though.
845. What's good?
Yes. I'm not from Jersey.
You suck, Buttons. Buttons are terrible.
Yeah, so I right now live upstate New York. I rep the 845, originally from Philly. Independent artist. Yes.
I'm so sorry. You know what? You came on the thing. You was just as polite. Look, lady, you got the wrong city. And I still put the the damn wrong. So she didn't even correct me again. Like, look, she a grinder like me, so she busy. I'm gonna let that one slide. I appreciate you so much. Philly in the building. I love Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia quite a few times, and I just feel like I should have been born there. I'm in Pittsburgh, and we're like 6 hours away, and we're really two different worlds. We're two different worlds.
Yes, that is very, very true. I think both places is dope, but like when I left Philly, I was very young, so I still I always say I'm still from Philly because that's where my roots are, but I've been living upstate New York, 845, ever since I was around 11, 12 years old, so I've been here, so this is what rep. Yes. So it's from 215 to 845, baby.
I appreciate it. Definitely. Let's get into it. So, when I was reading your bio, what I found interesting, it said you're coming back into the game. And I'm like, coming back? But where'd you go? So when'd you actually really get started in doing music? Let's start with music.
Okay, so the first time that I ever really started where it triggered my brain like, hey, I want to do this, I was 11 years old. Around 11 years, it's about the time when I actually came from Philly and moved to New York, upstate New York. So I started around 11 listening to Eric B, Rakim, Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick, all of them. I was inspired from them. Listening to their song, they had a song called The Show. I don't know if you remember that song called The Show.
Yes,
come on,
girl. Shoot, that was the break. That was the Running Man Central. You don't know nothing about that, man. Something wrong with you.
No, you meant the WAP, girl. The WAP was it?
We could do the chair dance off.
Yes. So I was on punishment, couldn't go out. At that time, moving from Philadelphia to upstate New York, where I didn't really know nobody. I was going through a phase because I kind of felt like a little alone, and I was taken from, everything that I knew. So I'm in the back, stressed, and I'm listening to Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh, and I started writing their rhymes so I could say it with them because I wanted to know it word for word so I could freak they shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but then something told me, hold up, wait a minute. For some reason, my own lyrics started coming in my mind. So I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I could say this, I could say that. And the next thing you know, I done wrote me a whole song to the show, baby.
I get it, Mom.
So that's
I got a whole song to the show. You want to hear my version remix?
All day.
And you know what?
Yes.
It's amazing that we were inspired. I'm telling you, you're like my sister from a whole nother family that's connected.
Yes.
Because the things that you say inspire you are the exact same things that I was listening to and inspires me. And I think this younger generation, their legends live and die so very quickly that it's not going back 20 years, 25 years like, yo, I remember that. It's going back 3.
Right. Yes.
So what made you come back to the game? Because, well, first of all, what made you stop the first time?
Okay, so I just wanted to kind of let you see where it originally started from and how old I was when I got into it. So I was doing it at that young age. Of course, I was young, and I really wasn't like out there like that. But then once I became a teenager, I started doing shows in the city, back in the day, like right next to Harlem. It used to be a spot called Victoria 5. So I did my first show there, Video Music Box and Crazy Sam. I don't know if y'all familiar with these people, but that was my first show, and I had a manager. I was grinding hard, and then I stopped doing it. I got caught up in life. As if you read my book, Broken Then Healed, you can see kind of the things that I was going through, where I was in a group home. I went to a juvenile lockup detention center. Wow. I was there. I ended up in jail. Like I had a very hard time coming up, and I had a lot of pain and anger inside of me. So I was all over the place. So I really didn't have the time or the professionalism at that time to really put into my music. So then after that, I got back into it when I was around in my 20s. I was going hard, like my mid 20s. I was going hard, and then I got pregnant, and then I just, and it's not this, but I had to put my family first. I had to really focus on, my child. I have 2 kids, but I knew that I couldn't really give it my all at that time. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have to put it on hold for now. I put it on hold, and then I really wasn't going to even come back and do it. But I just believe that when you have a natural talent given from God, and it's something that you really love in your heart, no matter how much you try to run away from it, because I kept coming back, okay? I was like Pokey. I was like, oh, it keeps calling me, man. It keeps calling me. You know what I'm saying? So I just got back into it, and actually somebody, a girl, her name is Nora, and it's funny story. Nora is my baby daddy's, or was my baby daddy's girlfriend. So people will find that weird. She hit me up and she was like, yo, Miz, you really should get back into the music business. You know, you was a dope artist. I think you should do it. And I was like, no. And then she was like, nah.
Right there. Shout out to her. Because that's some grown woman shit.
Yes.
Shout out
to
her.
It is. Yes, definitely. She did. She called me up and she said that. And I was like, at first I was like, no, because it's been a long time. I'm talking maybe 10 or 13 plus years. But then she said it again, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Because no matter what, I still found myself working on songs and writing, but I just wasn't doing anything with it. So overall, that's why I became, you know, I got back into it. And listen, I could go on and on for days with experiences, but I'm going to stop right there because I don't know what else you got to ask me.
I mean, we don't have days, but this interview. Now, what I'd like to know, let's talk about the book. Because you mentioned, did you write the book before you came back into music?
Yes, I sure did.
So you always had this entrepreneurial mindset. Is the book still available? So if I wanted to get the book, can I still get it?
Yes, you can. The book, you can get it on Amazon. You can go to Amazon and get it. You can get it on Barnes and Nobles. If someone wants to order it directly from me, they can do that as well.
Bet. All right, so let's get into the book. You said it was your younger experiences in life that influenced this book. Did you write it just to get it off your chest, or did you write it in hopes to inspire other young women, especially, to move forward? Like, you could get through it if you just try?
Well, when I was writing this, it was more like my diary, okay? So in my mind, I was telling myself, I want to write a book. But I really wasn't going hard at that. I was just putting my feelings on paper. And what that book is, it's about from the day I was born until like in my mid-20s. So it's all the experiences that I encountered during that time. And I wrote the book more to get my feelings out, to express myself, to release pain, because that's what I knew how to do. I released it by putting it on paper because that's what I was doing in my music. So since I wasn't doing my music, I said, well, I can do it this way. This is like my little diary. And then I said, you know what? Why not put this out as a book? It was a thought that I had the first time. So I said, why not put it out as a book? And it's on my bucket list. Now let me just say this, because I always tell people this, because I like to be transparent, okay? I was not totally happy with the outcome of the book because the self-publishing company that I went with, I felt like they kept trying to get more money out of me. They were changing my words around. They weren't allowing me to be me. And even though it's called self-publishing, now when I say they weren't allowing me to be me, in that book I talk about when I was in a group home, when I was in juvenile lockup. I talked about when I was in jail. Okay, I've never been to prison, but I've been to jail. I talk about these things in my book, and what they were telling me is you can't speak on certain things because it's intimidating. So I'm like, I kind of
lived this already. What are you talking about?
Right. Did my time, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Did a man say that to you?
No.
Was it a dumbass man?
I can't say it. I don't know who the hell they was, but it's in the editor that I got. Here's the advice I want to tell people. The editor that I got did not understand my language. And what I mean by that is, in the beginning, I always say let the dollars circulate. So I was looking for a black editor. I have a Facebook group. It's called New York Black Networking. So I went in there and I was searching, couldn't find one. So I ended up finding an older white guy. He seemed okay, but he didn't understand any of the terminologies that I was using. So he switched it around. So I was like,
this is not what I wrote.
Right. So don't get me wrong, you can still see my story, you can still get it, but there's a few things where I'm like, okay, if I edit it and if I knew how to edit myself and do all the things, it would have been a little slightly different than what it is. So I found a couple of mistakes, but they wanted me to pay more money than what I already paid to fix it. So I said, hell no, put the book out.
Hey, let me tell you, when I wrote my first book last year, I'll never do it again. I never do it again. I really self-published. And I was blessed. And when I say it was blessed, I was blessed to have, when I went to school as an adult, I had an English teacher that we were still very close. And she edited my book. And I'm telling you, it was like a 5 or 6 time process to edit this damn book. I was ready to shred it and put it on a swinger and say, here's the book. It's a fan. It's a fan, people. Just use it as a fan. Because it was just such a tedious process. But I'm glad you did it, and I'm glad you got through it, and it's there and available for people. Let's talk about we're gonna get into some music, y'all, because she does that too. She does that too. If y'all didn't know. So you sent me a video called Touch Me.
Yes.
Somebody was feeling sexy that day.
I really was, because normally I'm like, yo. But that day I was like.
Tell me about this video and this song. Who produced the beat, produced the video? Give some shout outs on this.
So the track, the producer his name is Brainiac Beats. He's from the UK actually. I was how I found him, I was searching around online. I couldn't really contact the people that I knew because I've been out of the game for so long that I lost all my contacts. So it was like, God, I gotta find other people that make beats. Came across him. He had a pretty nice catalog where he produced for Rough Riders and Eve and a few other people. And I listened to his tracks and I was like, yo, they're dope. However, anybody can buy them. You know what I mean? So I found him online. So he was the producer. I actually got into I would say a good relationship talking back and forth with him. He was very helpful. He would give me a lot of tips because I could tell that he knew that I was kind of like, even though I wasn't totally new, but the game has changed. So it makes me feel like I'm new to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so he was kind of like giving me some tips on that. So he is the producer, the videographer. Now check this out.
I'm checking it.
Look, I videographer was totally unprofessional. It did not work out. I'm not even going to get into that story. I'm just going to tell you it was a blessing. It did not work out because I ended up finding or being referred to another videographer. His name is Bryant. Now, Bryant then worked with Michael Jackson. He worked with Beyonce. He did Fat Joe. He does a lot of the actual TV shows. Like, oh God, I can't even remember off the top of my head. But what is it? What do you call it in the beginning before the show come on? It's like the intro of the show, whatever you call it.
Yeah, it's the intro, basically.
Yeah, the intro of the show. He did a lot of that. And when I met him, I did not even know that he worked with all of those different people. And Touch Me was the first song that I kind of did that was really outside of the box of what I normally do. Because I was more of a boom bap type of rapper.
I heard that. So, that's why when I heard Touch Me, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is
but
this?
The thing is, yeah, but the thing is with that, I love the fact that I like that I like to do other things. I don't want to be put in a box because people expect you to just do that. And I wanted to show people like, I'm still a female girly and still want to be sexy and show my other side. Yes. So I met Bryant. His name is Bryant. He goes by, I think it's Spin Kicks Productions. And when I met him, he came through. I had dancers. I had a choreographer. He came through. He said, I need to meet you. I need to meet the dancers.
And
he was on point. Huh?
And the guy was fly.
Oh yeah, he was a little younger. He was a little younger.
Yeah, he was a little younger.
I thought he was too young for my video.
I was like, whoa, okay. Touch me. We're gonna get into the video, y'all.
Okay.
Touch Me, LadiMiz. It's SheTv First Fridays. Let's go.
This is SheTv.
Yeah. Damn, I
see you checking me out. Yeah, I've been wanting you. You so sexy. Dear baby, your body looks amazing. Yeah, I'm running out of patience. Come and get it. Your body's so amazing. Touch my body. I'm running out of patience. Touch me. Tease me. Come and tease me. I want you to please me. Touch me. Tease me. I want you to please me. I've been waiting for so long, yeah, for you to come along. I've been playing it so cool. Didn't wanna come on too strong, but my patience is running out. I need you now. When I think about you, I produce the moaning sounds. I've been wanting your body to be so close to mine. I got visions of you coming 1,000 times. You stay in my dreams, but I want you next to me. I'm trying to make my fantasy become reality. I can feel it all in my chest. You rubbing my thighs, kissing my breast, look into my eyes. Take a deep breath. What's on my mind? SEXX. Dear baby, your body looks amazing. I'm running out of patience. Your body's so amazing. Come and get it. I'm running out of patience. Touch me. Tease me. Come and tease me. I want you to please me. Touch me. Tease me. Come and tease me. I want you to please me. I got it bad for you. So into you. The things I would do to you. Incredible. I'll make it unforgettable. I'm in your memory. Not moving too fast, Daddy. I promise I'll take it slow. Like that. Giving you that TLC. Yeah. Red light special. Yeah. All through the night. For you, I kept it tight. You like it in the dark, I want it in the light. Just long as you sex me right. Touch my body, it's so amazing. You keep me wet, trembling, legs shaking. I'm so addicted to you and into you. Trust me, baby, I ain't playing. Dear baby, your body looks amazing. So amazing. I'm running out of patience. Come and get it. Your body's so amazing. Yeah. I'm running out of patience. Touch me. Come and tease me. Come and tease me. I want you to please me. Touch me. Tease me. I want you to please me. I want you to please me. I want you to please me.
This is SheTv.
If y'all know me, y'all know we cutting the F up back up in here. We back with LadiMiz. Hey, touch. Yeah, you got somebody mad at you. I'm trying to tell you. They don't get you, lady. So let's talk about it. You do.
Oh, Lord.
You do music, and it's fantastic. We're going to get to more of your music, but you also do a podcast on,
Yes.
what is it, DJC Radio? Did I get that right?
Right. So
Yes.
DJC Radio Global is an actual independent radio station.
Dope.
And I have a show on there every first 2 Thursdays of every month. And that show is called Talk That Talk. As you can see, you know I like to talk. So that show is called Talk That Talk. But my podcast is called From the Ground Up. And that's something separate from Talk That Talk.
All right, so let's
those are
separate them.
two
Let's
things.
talk about your podcast first. What
Okay.
gave you the initiative to want to even do a podcast? Because most artists are quite selfish, and when they don't really want to spend that much time on other artists. Why did you decide to take that route?
Well, I wanted to do it for several reasons. One, because I felt like getting back into the game, a lot of things have changed, and I didn't want to have to constantly first, for myself, beg people to be on the platform. I said, if this is what they're doing, I can do it too, and I could find my own avenue to be able to promote myself. However, I wanted to still talk about the things that's going on now, but I also wanted to give back to the other artists too, who also need a platform for someone to really genuinely respect them, and who other than an artist like me that totally understands what it is to be an artist, someone that, you know, can really truly give that love, just like you're doing.
I get it. I totally get it. You know,
This is SheTv.
I keep hitting the wrong transition. Don't pay me no mind.
No, it's okay.
Little chick is- you'll see it when you watch it. It's a chick. She's spinning around. Anywho, but first of all, shout out to everybody watching, especially my people watching on Facebook and tolerating the choppiness. I apologize. It's Comcast, man. I done paid these mofos. I done called them. I don't know, man. But thank you for staying, sharing, and listening to this beautiful
Yes.
sister story, because I commend
Thank
you
you.
all. Thank you for everybody watching, but especially my Facebook guys. Shout out to Russ and Joe and Al Rock and Donald and everybody else that's watching, man. Share. We love you and appreciate you. But you're right, sis. We do have a issue with artists who put together shows, podcasts, things of that nature, where they're not really authentic to the artist. Have you ever had any experiences like that, where you've done an interview and the cat's talking more about themselves than you?
Yes, I actually have. I'm not gonna put them out there like that,
wasn't
but yeah, I was. No, definitely not you. I definitely had a experience like that. I did. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Okay, yeah, we ain't gonna put y'all on front shit. Even though it's SheTv, and you know, on SheTv, we could put you on front shit. We ain't gonna do that. But let's talk about the second of your two shows, the one that is on DCJ. Why did you decide to join another network? I mean, you're strong. You probably could do a lot of this on your own.
Well, it's a DJC Radio Global, and I actually was doing DJC Radio Global first. And big shout out to DJ Cisco. DJ Cisco is a DJ. He also owns that independent radio station. He's been doing that for many, many years. And he's been a #1 supporter of me and been having my back since the day that I met him. So being that he gave me that platform to do on his show, I just wanted to do something separate for myself, because I am an entrepreneur. I am the type of person that I like to do my own thing as well, but I still do things with him too, and I learn a lot from him. He's taught me a lot along the way, even when it comes to protecting myself as an artist.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about some things as you being a female artist, but since we're giving a shout out to the DJs, we might as well get into this joint for the radio. LadiMiz, y'all, we'll be right back. This is SheTv. My city.
This one is for the radio. Come on, this one is for the radio. Yeah, come on, it's for the radio. Let's go, it's for the radio. This one is for the radio. Yeah, let's go, it's for the radio. Hey, ho, it's for the radio. Let's go, let's go. For those who don't know, I'm Misery, aka LadiMiz is who I be. So fresh and clean, my shoot game is mean. And I got a dope team, so it is what it seems. Boom, back forever, let's stick together. Let's bring it back, cause yo, it's now or never. Back like we never left, heart beating out your chest. It's game time, we don't play, you gon' need a rep. I ain't letting these haters stop my bag, that's a fact. On my back, they still got swag. Yo, how you twerking, you ain't got no ass? What you said, they pill popping? Nah, I pass. All the guys be like, damn, she bad. It's only the ugly girls that get mad. Well, too bad, so sad. I don't give a what, you can kiss my ass. This is something for the radio. It's for the radio. This is something for the radio. It's for the radio. This is something for the radio. Let's go, it's for the radio. Let's let's go, let's go. This is for the radio, banging in your stereo. So sick, smooth with a heavy flow. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yo, it's my time to blow. Step by the line, then I gotta let them know. You can't play with my yo-yo, no, no. You don't wanna have to make me reach for the fofo. That would be self-destruction, you'll lose. Cause I got the ill street blues. Yo, you got to chill, cause it's my thing and I ain't no joke. It's the new jack swing. If you step into me, ain't no half step in. I'm getting money, that's top billing. So what you saying? Cha-cha-cha, quit playing, stop fronting, that's bye-bye-bye. I make them clap to this when I rock the bells. You know it's ladies first, cause you know sex sells. For the radio, that's right, it's for the radio. Yeah, stop playing for the radio. Let's go, it's for the radio. Come on, that's right, it's for the radio. Come on, yo, it's for the radio. That's right, it's for the radio. Yeah, let's get it for the radio. Let's get it. Oh. The rhythm, I got the rhythm. So follow the leader, I spit that deadly venom. Trying to holler at me, but I said I got a man. He said, ain't gonna hurt nobody. Well, damn, now that we found love, what are we gonna do? It's just the two of us, me and you. Damn, you make me wanna shoot. It's for the radio, come on, it's for the radio. Yeah, let's get it for the radio. Put your hands up, yo, it's for the radio. Let's go, it's for the radio. This one is for the radio. Yeah, this one is for the radio. Shout out to Biz Marquee, this here's for the radio. Let's go, yeah, that's right, it's LadiMiz. Shout out to Demo Way, I gotta thank you for this one. Great idea. It's for the radio, yo, it's for the radio, yeah, it's for the radio. Let's go,
What do y'all know about that? Oh my goodness. Man, I'm telling you, when we come out of Corona, we on this, y'all. Who wanna come through Grind City? We playing LadiMiz for the radio. You can kiss my That was dope. I thoroughly enjoy your music. I think your music is dope. It hits me in the core because, again, we relate on so many things of the same. So it's like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Totally. Now, let's talk about it, being a female artist. And I love to have this subject conversation on SheTv because it's SheTv, and we need to address it. If you've had these issues, I know a lot of young women that I've talked to, especially young women lately, are running into this, what do they call it, the green room problem. Have you ever had that problem where people don't see you as an artist, they see you as a piece of something that they can manipulate? Or have it been just like a clean slate, you just been blessed around these dope people and be able to go forward and make good stuff?
No, I definitely had some run-ins with some people who I thought was going to be supportive of me, but they had other intentions. And then next thing you know, when they realized that those intentions, they're not going to get what they wanted, then I don't even exist to them anymore. So I know that it really wasn't about me as an artist. It was about what they really wanted and what they were trying to get out of it, which was something totally different than the music.
Now, if you had any advice to give to a young lady that's going through that at this present moment, because you know there's one somewhere going through that, what advice would you give them? Because a lot of these young women, from no names to big names, is laying up with these dudes and having to dig themselves out of a hole. What advice would you give to a young lady that thinks this person does hold their career in their hand, and if they don't kind of do what they want them to do, they might not get anywhere?
Well, the advice that I would give is to simply first understand what your value is. You have to know what your value is first. Because if you don't, then anybody could come along and tell you what it is, and you're going to accept that. So the first thing is understanding who you are and the value that you hold. And once you do that, then you will be able to put a lot of things in action yourself. Because a lot of times we run to people looking for them to do stuff for us because we think that we can't do it, but we can. We can do it. And I'm not saying that we don't need anyone. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you have to grind for yourself. You know what I mean? You have to grind for yourself, and you got to show yourself that you can do it, and you got to make people trust you, believe you, and respect you. So no, you don't have to sleep with anybody, because there are some artists that didn't make it, that didn't have to do that. So look to them. Don't look to the ones who doing that. Yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So you guys is not just Button saying this. I tell the young people all the time, Know your damn worth. You have to know your
Yes.
worth. And you have to know it and feel it and believe it before you even show it to the world. Because if you show it before you know it, they will rape you of it.
Oh.
They will steal
Hallelujah.
your virtues. Hey, no. Hallelujah. In the deep. Stop playing.
Yes.
So, we can do this for days. All right, my 1 o'clock, you're out of here, buddy. I'm not recording you. No.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
This is dope, and I'm having a great time speaking with you, and I trust that people are really captivating your energy and the things that you are telling them, because it's so true and it's so powerful. And I think us as elders, we're vets in this, regardless of how long you baby nut. You're a vet in this. You're a grown-ass woman in this. We got a lot of babies benefiting from hip-hop, the money part, but not really understanding that they have power with this here. This beautiful thing here is called a tool, and you get to use it any way you want to. And when I try to explain to young people all the time, the way you use it is the way they have to accept it. You're making it seem like, they're making it seem like we gotta spit what they want us to say. No.
Yeah. Thank you.
The way you use this is the way
that.
they gotta accept it. You're the trendsetter. So let's talk about it, because you got this joint name Free. It's for those who don't know, I told y'all buttons don't mess around with no clowns. Free is the truth. So tell them, sis, tell them a little bit about this Free joint.
So Free is actually a song that I did a while back before I walked away. And I did kind of rewrite it a little bit, but I didn't have to, because everything that I'm talking about in that song is exactly what we're still experiencing to this very day of what we're going on.
Relevant. That's what people don't understand. The truth stays relevant.
Yes. Yes, that's why you gotta write about timeless things. And like you said, it's your art. It's how you do it. You say what you want, you say what you feel. So Free is basically, I'm talking about the police officers that shooting unarmed black people. But I don't just talk about the police officers. I also talk about the issue that we have in our communities with the back and forth and the beef and the, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. Listen, because it's two sides. We gonna talk about one thing. We gotta talk about the other thing too. Okay?
Hey, we gotta put the mirror up, man. We gotta put the mirror up. And I'm telling, we gotta make a track, man. It's me and you, lady, like on some real shit. Because we both wait, listen, I gotta get 16 on it with you. I'll shoot my half of the video down there and send it to you. Real stuff, I do that too. But
okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Real shit. I ain't playing, there's a green wall right there. I ain't lying. But on some real shit, and people say it ain't hip hop's fault. We have a responsibility. I don't care what no one says. We have a responsibility as artists and as mothers, we're the nurturers, to spread some truth. I'm not saying every song gotta be fight the power, but what I am saying is the balance. And with the song Free, you brought that balance back. Like, hold up, I'm sexy and I'm cute, but hold up, I'm a thinker.
That's right. That's right. And I not tell stories. I'm putting content into my music. I'm not just like, oh, partying. And because let's face it, a lot of people, and I hate to say this, but I got to be honest, a lot of people think that rappers are not intelligent. They think that we're just like these dumb fools running around. I just want to rap and spend all my money on chains and cars. Like, nah, we like investments too. We about our family. You know what I'm saying? We're about building generational wealth. We talk about things that also matter. So I'm not going to just give you just one thing. And I'm not staying in the box. You won't just hear me preaching all day, but you won't hear me spit that knowledge to uplift my people. That's what it's about.
You know what, sis? It's so true. And even being a personality, for lack of a better term, and I get some of these young people, and I listen to their music, and at first, and I've been doing this a long time, and at first I was like, oh man, what kind of motherfucker am I finna talk to? This dude, come on, he done killed everybody, and their next born that ain't born yet, he done killed them all. And I talked to this young man, and he's the greatest dude.
Yes.
He's friendly, he's articulate, he's focused. You gotta be focused to get to me. You can't just get to me. You gotta be focused. So you're focused and you got product and material, and I'm going, okay, so when did this part of you, the music that you make, just only represent you? Why are you afraid to put the other part of you in this music?
Yes.
It requires courage.
And let me tell you, the artist that you're talking about, see, I used to write up all of my songs. I was just pulling out my old music, okay, from way before, digging in the crates, right? So I started listening to when I was rapping when I was like 15, and I realized my atmosphere is what I spoke about. So he might be very intelligent and articulate, and we can't judge him, because at the end of the day, it might just be what he's exposed to. Because when I was rapping, I spoke about that too. Everything was, I'm gonna pop it, because I was living that life. If you listen to my book and you see where I told you I've been, that tells you a lot about what I was going through and what my environment was like. So when me getting back into the industry now, people before that knew me, they expected me to be so hard and rough, and I tried to get them to understand I've grown since then. So what you might be expecting from me, I might not be able to give you, but I have to remain in my truth and who I am. So I can't be what you want me to be. I gotta be who I am.
It's just dopest. We're gonna get into this joint free. Who made the beat? Who produced the video?
Oh my God, the producer. There's another track that I bought off the internet, yo. And I gotta look. I forget.
Hey, at least you spending money. You invested in yourself. I ain't mad at you.
Listen. I gotta do what I gotta do.
So we're gonna get into it. The video's fire. This is free. LadiMiz, my sister. She's my sister now.
Yes.
I'm coming to your house for dinner. Let's get it. This is SheTv.
This is SheTv. This is SheTv.
America's largest police force is facing a serious controversy over a video that's gone viral showing officers arresting a suspect who later died.
Policemen, we are under your authority, but you didn't create us, and you will be held accountable
up for our people.
For how you handle what you did not create.
Yo, they once told me that if you want to be free, that America is the best place to be. But when you black, you the target for NYPD. If not that, you're just another minority. How you getting treated bad in your own country? There's no way out. They track you down through your security number, or maybe even microchips. I just wonder, another form of chains and whips. Yo, how we gonna trust the government? It's funny that they think we lack intelligence. We got enough evidence to know they've been trying to wipe us out ever since. How long would they last in our streets? That's irrelevant. Can't understand a place that you never been. Can't understand it. Can't trust politicians, especially the ones with them racist intuitions. Watch your back, y'all. Man, listen. I think I'm ready for the revolution mission. They get away with murder if they got a badge and a gun. How many black mothers you know that lost their son? I can name more than one. They say freeze, don't run, and then more cops coming. That's it, you dead. 20 shots to the body, 21 to the head, 41 shots. Now your body's filled with lead. If I had one wish, hate wouldn't exist. Can't understand the pain unless you're going through this. But there's some cops that really put their life on the line, and there's some thugs that's really out committing them crimes, but they trapped. That's called the ignorant and the blind. In due time, they realize that freedom's in your mind. Y'all, freedom's in your mind. Come on, y'all, freedom's in your mind.
You say that a man is innocent until proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But if you're black in America, you're guilty.
They once told me that if you want to be free, that America is the best place to be. But when you black, you the target for NYPD. If not that, it's just another minority. How you getting treated bad in your own country? There's no way out. They track you down through your security number, or maybe even microchips. I just wonder, another form of chains and whips. Some of my people, y'all don't make it no better. Y'all got that slave mentality. I know that we could do better. Hate to see your own people make it. Instead of working hard to get yours, you rather take it. You want no boss, easy working, fast money. You fall right into the traps for the blacks, dummy. To get paid to sell drugs, and that's messed up. The only time you regret it when you locked up. But now it's too late. You do a bit for what you did. Now they telling you when to eat, sleep, and shit. You get mad when they kill us, but we kill each other. Nah, fam, you ain't my nigga, fam, you my brother. It's like slavery when you lock behind bars. Trust me, I know, I still got internal scars. So don't ever say say nah, never could be me. Just make sure you move right and it won't be. Yo, they once told me that if you wanna be free, that America is the best place to be. But when you black, you the target for NYPD. If not that, it's just another minority. How you getting treated bad in your own country? There's no way out. They track you down through your security number, or maybe even microchips. I just wonder, another form of chains and whips.
In some city in America, even as I speak, some black body is being crushed under the weight of blows by a police department that seeks to be judge, jury, and executioner over somebody who is suspected of a crime.
This is SheTv.
Most of them is gonna be on that, but
Y'all know we cutting up. Y'all already know we cutting up. LadiMiz, oh my goodness. Hey, that free joint. So you're a mom, you have children. So you also have created a clothing line. Now, did you create that line with them in mind? Do you have boys? Do you have girls? What's up?
yeah, so it's mainly, obviously merchandise for my brand, LadiMiz. It is new. It's not available yet, but I'm showing people what is going to be coming. So that clothing line will be for men and women, tees, and I'm going to do the hats and all of that. You know what I mean?
Well, so just so you know, I wear 3XL. You see them triple chins? So that's the 3XL. And I will inbox you my address. Okay. And that's enough on that. So it's not available yet, but I've seen some shots on Instagram, and I'm not this sexy, feminine type woman. So you have to send me a man shirt, but that shit had you looking sexy. I was like, okay, LadiMiz.
Big shout out to my daughter Soraya Alexis, who takes all my photos.
Oh, that's what's up.
She's a photographer. She does digital media management. Yeah, so shout out to her. She'll put it together and tell me to stand behind this or do that or pose like that, and that's what it is.
I'd be standing there like, I got the shirt on.
She me too. I'm trying to do a few things, but she got to coach me because that ain't really my thing.
Indeed. So how does it feel? This LadiMiz, that came from writing this book, from all of the things that occurred to you in your life, how does it feel to be the mother, to influence the child, to take the pictures of the mother phoenix now, because you're rising from the ashes at this point and flourishing. How does it feel to be LadiMiz now?
Now is probably the best I've ever been. My family is everything to me. This is what I always wanted. This is what I prayed to God for, was giving me something that has value, which is family, over everything else. My mindset now is so different. I'm a better person than who I was before. I had to learn from a lot of mistakes and a lot of things that I've done. I had to learn to forgive. I had to learn to move on. I had to learn to believe in me. So who I am now, I love who I am, because now I understand what my worth is. And before, I did not know that. My kids, they inspire me, honestly, because some of the things that I don't know, I learned from them. You know what I mean? So we're all one big family that's just doing our thing. It's a family business.
I love it. I love it. You got me tearing up over here.
Oh. Don't cry.
Y'all better not say nothing. I really am tough. Talking about, I know buttons is tough, but I love to hear triumph, sister. So I salute you personally.
Thank you
for your journey and having the courage to go through all of what you've gone through and survive. I trust you are so proud of yourself, and I trust that you will get everything that you continue to pray to your God for. I hope He blesses you with it, because you are worth it. And I think that the more that we can encourage each other to believe in our self-worth, the higher we will be. We definitely can push ourselves past every piece of chaos that's presented to us to stop us. We just have to work together. So we got one more song, y'all, and then I got a special treat for y'all. because this is my show and I can play all her songs if I want to. It's called Telling My Story. Y'all pay attention.
Hey.
This is Lady Miz telling my story. We'll be right back. This is SheTv. Oh, God damn it, button. The right damn button.
This is SheTv.
Yeah. Ain't no limits to the shit right here. Huh. Y'all thought it was over? I ain't letting y'all tell my story. Nah, I ain't stopping till I make it, I'm gon' get mine. Put in work, son, I stay on that grind time. Y'all ain't telling my story, y'all better get to know me. I'm everywhere, but I'm low-key, now pay me back like your old man. I ain't stopping till I make it, I'm gon' get mine. Put in work, I stay on my grind time. Y'all ain't telling my story, y'all better get to know me. I'm everywhere, but I'm low-key, now pay me back like your old man. Turn heads when I come through. Stay rockin' that new. Put a spell on you like voodoo. I kill shit like I'm supposed to. Money long, got bankrolls. Only roll with dudes, don't trust hoes. Ball shit on boss mode. I stay down, 10 toes. Classy chick when I did it bop. Swag dip, but don't milli rock. You don't own the D, you don't own the block. Now break out, pop lock. Miz, stay on that shit. Blind you with my wrist. Everybody hates you like Chris. Who you talking to, bitch? I ain't stopping till I make it. I'm gon' get mine. Put in work. I stay on that grind time. Y'all ain't telling my story. Y'all better get to know me. I'm everywhere, but I'm low-key. Now pay me back like your old man. I ain't stopping till I make it. I'm gon' get mine. Put in work. I stay on my grind time. Y'all ain't telling my story. Y'all better get to know me. I'm everywhere, but I'm low-key. Now pay me back like your old man. This rap game's like the drug game. You need quality to sell the pack. Promote it, market it, flip that. Double it, bring it back. There's a war outside. No man is safe from. You ain't my A1 since day one. Then you done. I'm telling y'all straight off the rip. I'm fire, so I stay lit. If Flex don't do it, I drop a bomb on my own shit. Fuck with me, but you don't split. Not in the mood in my moment. You only mad cause the shoe fit. Evicting y'all, pay rent. I ain't stopping till I make it. I'm gon' get mine. Put in work. I stay on that grind time. Y'all ain't telling my story. Y'all better get to know me. I'm everywhere, but I'm low-key. Now pay me back like your old man. I ain't stopping till I make it. I'm gon' get mine. Put in work. I stay on that grind time. Y'all ain't telling my story. Y'all better get to know me. I'm everywhere, but I'm low-key. Now pay me back like your old man.
SheTv. I am she. Oh, I was trying to sing. Don't you tell my mother. Anyway, Lady Miz, you got any shout outs, man? Because this, I mean, we could do this for, this is supposed to be 45 minutes. I'm in here crying. It's almost an hour.
Oh my God, yes. Let me give a shout out to my husband, Ray, always holding me down. He's the guy that makes it all happen behind the scenes. Shout out to my daughter, Soraya Alexis. Shout out to my son, Nasir. Shout out to DJ Cisco. Shout out to Veg. He does like, he be doing like most of my videos now. Shout out to my girl Bioni, Mikey D. Shout out to DJ Russ. He did the joint I'm Still Here. And
that's my guy too.
That's it.
They went to high school. Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to you, man, because I think y'all, if y'all not following, y'all don't know who she is. You better learn and you better follow her because she's the truth. She's not only the past, she is the future, and she is also the present. So unwrap her and see her shine. I got one more question, and I'm gonna turn this thing on down here. And anybody watching my show know what I'm fitting to ask. So let me turn on this music. I'm just to turn this music on down here. Lady Miz.
Yes.
Can I get a 16?
Yes, you may, Miss Lady.
Go.
And listen, my 16 is going to be another message, which I think is important. So, They stole our land, punished us, then we got ridiculed. Said stop begging for them 40 acres in the mule. They wanted power, so they took away ours. The plan was to bring us down like the Twin Towers. Heated, but I'm breaking out in cold sweats. Nobody's safe, it ain't over because they ain't done yet. They started a law that we only a third human. I did my research, I'm giving you facts, not assuming they don't even respect our lives. They beat and murdered our black men, then raped their wives, enslaved all our children, then taught us lies, erased our history, told us to close our eyes, gave us the image of God. This country was built on black labor, the white wealth. I don't follow no religion, I got knowledge itself. This is my lyrical indictment. I never claimed to know it all, just trying to shed a little enlightenment. What they call me the woke prisoner. Mind, body, and spirit, and I'm trying to get into you, bringing hip-hop back to when it lift the people up. They killing us, we failing us while screaming out in God we trust. That's it for your girl, LadiMiz. And I normally don't be doing those 16s on the show. But that's called woke. That's my woke
get exclusives, man. I get exclusives, man. Wait, whoa! I'm bringing in hip hop with the lifting people. Come on, hey, you know what? Listen, I ain't playing with you, man. Like for real, man. Like don't make me come to. I need it, little. I don't even write that good. I will use the goddamn dictionary and everything. I gotta get, man. You made me want to spit 16, man.
Yes, message. I love to give the message. I know a lot of people always want somebody to be like, yo, I motherfucking do. But sometimes it's like, nah, listen to the message because I like to do that too. That's where I'm really most comfortable.
I like beats to make my chakras move, but why those this is what people don't understand about music and how we get trapped in it. The beat is designed to make your chakras move. So we'll get trapped in the trap music because we are automatically going to move to that word, but the words is numbing your mind. So I need both.
Thank you.
I need both. So you are definitely the real deal, my people. LadiMiz, you hang in there. I'm going to close this show out, but you hang in there. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. Don't hang up.
Wait. I got one thing to say.
You still there? You still there? What's up?
There's one more thing I want to tell people. Make sure you follow me on my social medias. Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's LadiMiz, LadiMiz. Follow me on my Facebook page. That's LadiMiz Music. Follow me on Twitter and follow me on YouTube. And I also have a website, www.ladimiz.com. And that's my one-stop shop. And I appreciate you having me on the show. God bless and good night, y'all.
Bad buttons. You forgot to add bad buttons. You're supposed to add that. Damn buttons. Bad damn buttons. Hang in there, sis. I'll be right back.
Appreciate you.
I can't. I'm a Gemini. I can't even help it. This is SheTv. Y'all know what's mean. Oh, listen. If y'all, like she said, find her. She's out there. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can at least hit her up on her Instagram and find all of her other information. Follow this queen, salute this queen, push this queen, support this queen because she's the real deal. And these are the type of people that we need to have in our industries if we're going to change what they are making us listen to. It is our job to change that. We can change that. Again, this is a tool. And they have to take what we give them. If all of us consistently give them some new uplifting shit, they don't have no choice but to take it. It's called changing the trend so growth can begin. My name is the Button Pusher. We will be back not on SheTv, because this is First Fridays. You don't get that. But we'll be back here Sunday night. Go Live TV Hour. 3 p.m. is a 3 p.m. swing. It's 6 p.m. this week. We got Straight to God, Boston MC, dope young man doing his thing. We will be here talking to him, listening to his music, watching his videos, and hearing his take on the world. Until then, my good people, please be safe. Be aware when you are outside because we some hard-headed and we just can't seem to stay in the game. For whatever reason, we just ain't staying in the goddamn house. So since we ain't gonna listen, garb yourself up properly, clean yourself properly. All this here, my good people, is a lesson in hygiene. was like a generation and a half that just stopped giving a fuck. They stopped brushing their teeth and pulling their pants up, dirty jaw. Say all that stuff come back and start chewing on your lungs. Now can't nobody breathe. Corona was the crack butt of it. Anywho, we're gonna keep it moving. It was the crack of the butt of the didn't worship this. Anywho, we're gonna keep moving. Be well, be safe. I'll see y'all. Watch my station identification, cause that's what I said though. And don't forget, please, if you have a Roku device, add our channel, give us a high rating. We have programming for all different genres of music. So if you want to submit your video, it's not hard. Email us the URL to grindcitystudio@gmail.com. Do not inbox me your song or your video. I will block you. Email me the link. I'm saying that because people are not listening. That's why I said it in our tone. The other reason why I'm saying that is because you're giving us permission, if we choose your video, to put it on this very huge platform. If you don't know about Roku, it is the #1 streaming, and people think it's Fire Stick. It's not. It's Roku. It's reaching millions of people, and we own the channel there. So add us, Grind City TV Network on Roku. If you got content, if you're a content creator, you make movies, all that good stuff, talk to me. Let's work out a deal. I am here for my people, and I created it. It's Grind City, baby.